we have faith to forgive, to be healed, to wait for Christ's coming. Let's look at Luke 17. Will temptations come? What happens to the one who does the tempting? Should we forgive each other? Jesus said to his disciples, things that cause people to trip and fall into sin must happen, but how terrible it is for the person through whom they happen. It would be better for them to be thrown into a lake with a large stone hung around their neck than to cause one of these little ones to trip and fall into sin. Watch yourselves. If your brother or sister sins, warn them to stop. If they change their hearts and lives, forgive them. Even if someone sins against you 7 times in one day and returns to you 7 times and says, I'm changing my ways, you must forgive that person. Did the apostles realize that an increase in faith was needed to be so forgiving? Did Jesus teach that increasing in faith requires some work? The apostles said to the Lord, make our faith stronger. Jesus replied, if you had faith no bigger than a tiny mustard seed, you could tell this mulberry tree to pull itself up, roots and all, and to plant itself in the ocean, and it would. If your servant comes in from plowing or from taking care of the sheep, would you say, welcome, come on in and have something to eat? No, you wouldn't say that. You'd say, prepare me something to eat. Get ready to serve me so I can have my meal. Then later on, you can eat and drink. Servants don't deserve special thanks for doing what they're supposed to do. And that's how it should be with you. When you've done all you should, then say, we're merely servants, and we've simply done our duty. Did Jesus teach that we must make an effort to grow in faith? Can we be lazy Christians? Did Peter confirm making an effort? For this reason, make every effort to add to your faith goodness, and to goodness knowledge, and to knowledge self-control, and to self-control perseverance, and to perseverance godliness, and to godliness mutual affection, and to mutual affection love. Of the 10 lepers who were healed, how many were thankful? On the way to Jerusalem, he was passing along between Samaria and Galilee, and as he entered a village, he was met by 10 lepers, who stood at a distance and lifted up their voices, saying, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. When he saw them, he said to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. And as they went, they were cleansed. Then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice, and he fell on his face at Jesus' feet, giving him thanks. Now he was a Samaritan. Then Jesus answered, weren't 10 cleansed? Where are the 9? Was no one found to return and give praise to God except this foreigner? And he said to him, rise and go your way. Your faith has made you well. How useful are the many predictions made by people. Where is the kingdom? Being asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God will come, he answered them, the kingdom of God's not coming with something observable. No one will say, look here or there, for you see the kingdom of God is among you. Will Jesus' second coming be as sudden and unexpected as a lightning flash? Then Jesus told the disciples, the time will come which you will long to see, one of these days when the Son of Man's with you, but you won't see it. People will say to you, look, there he is, or look, here he is. But don't go and chase after him, because just as lightning flashes and shines from one end of the sky to the other, so will the Son of Man be in his time. But first he must suffer a great deal and be rejected by those living today. Will those days be, in some ways, just seemingly normal? And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, They married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven, and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. As some were taken by Noah's flood, will some also be taken in those days? Will God's judgment, like vultures on prey, fall on the most sinful and corrupt? On that day, the one who's on the housetop and whose goods are in the house must not go down to take them out. And likewise the one who's in the field must not turn back. Remember Lot's wife? Whoever seeks to keep his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life will preserve it. I tell you, on that night there'll be two in one bed. One will be taken and the other will be left. There'll be two women grinding grain at the same place. One will be taken and the other will be left. Two men will be in the field. One will be taken and the other will be left. And answering they said to him, Where, Lord? And he said to them, Where the body is, there also the vultures will be gathered. Do we have faith to forgive, to be healed, to wait for Christ's coming? You decide.